An API is an application programming interface, and it's going to save you a lot of time if you are following the advice to diversify your crypto holdings in as many places as possible to make sure that if something goes wrong, your entire portfolio isn't affected. Now, an API is just a fancy name of saying a link between one particular project or application or program and another. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to set them up. The process is very similar for each crypto project that you utilize, and you should be able to form a consensus in one particular application where you can see your entire crypto portfolio, even if all of your assets are spread out across 20, 30 different crypto projects and different wallets. So for this, I'm actually going to use a program called Unspent. Okay, and this is a portfolio tracker which enables you to see all of your assets, whether they're DeFi or whether they're in a wallet or exchange or proprietary exchange, all in one place, and manage your investments accordingly. Okay, so we're going to actually log into Binance and set this up. As you can see, I've already set this up here, so I'm just going to demonstrate how I did that and how you can do the same thing. It's very straightforward and very simple, but obviously it saves you loads of time in terms of having to log in and check all of your assets, across many, many different applications. So the first thing you need to do is go to your account and click on API management. And if you do that, it will load up this. You can have 30 API keys in Binance, and it's important that you don't disclose anything to do with your API key apart from the public key, okay, to anyone. I'm actually going to disclose this one today because obviously I'm doing this for demo purposes, but we're actually going to delete this after this video is filmed so that you can't access anything to do with this. Okay, you need to complete your know your customer before creating an API because you can trade, as I'll show you later, using cryptocurrency APIs. Okay, so not only can this read what is in your account, but it can also trade on spot and margin. It can withdraw. There can be internal transfers. Basically, anything you can do with your account can be done via an API. And obviously, you want to make sure that the people who are controlling that are trustworthy, and ideally yourself, unless you have a team managing or an account manager managing your positions. Okay. I would also recommend that when you set up an API, you make sure that it's restricted to only your IP. Okay, this might make a bit of an issue if you want to log in from multiple devices, but you can add trusted IPs to make sure that even if someone were to discover your secret key, they still would not be able to access your assets and do what they like with them, basically. Okay. So I've got $25 in this account, and I'm going to want to see it in my overall portfolio. Okay, so I've set up this API, and all I need to do is copy and paste both the API key and the secret key into this here. Okay, so I did that earlier, and this is my API key. It looks like a very long string of numbers and letters, and the secret key is very similar. And if I go to my portfolio, I can see that it's actually tracked. Okay, so I've got a portfolio value of 25 US dollars. It's on Binance. If I had more exchanges, I would have a list here of all my assets, and I can even look at the price and the allocation. Okay, so there are many things you can do in terms of tracking all this activity, and there are numerous tools out there like Unspent for tracking these APIs and making sure you got where they need to be. So in terms of a portfolio, that's my portfolio there, and I can actually see my assets. And if I were to change any of this, if I were to actually trade something here, the API would actually update and show me what I am doing. So if I were to buy and sell that $25 and make a profit, maybe $5, $10, etc., then it would actually show in my portfolio and vice versa. Now, there are very interesting things you can do, and you can get very, very technical with APIs. You can use tools like CryptoHopper, which actually automates trading for you via an API. So you link your CryptoHopper account, which has the rules and systems and trading parameters, with your Binance account or any particular cryptocurrency account that has API support, and it will trade for you 24/7, 365. Now, there is a very steep learning curve for using automated trading. Okay, so I'm not recommending this. I'm just showing you what the potentiality is for using APIs in terms of linking trading accounts and even tracking accounts up Stoic. So this is another trading bot where you'd link your crypto wallets to an API and it would trade for you using rules-based procedures. There are also other tools out there like the tax tools that we mentioned earlier on in this section. If you want to link them via an API, you can see that video as well. But basically all you need to do is copy and paste the API key, the secret key, and then keep everything secure and then set your rules up accordingly. Okay, to make sure that you're happy that anything that happens and goes through this, obviously for this, just using unspent, I've only enabled the reading element because I don't need unspent to trade for me. All I want to do is to be able to see my entire portfolio in one place and look at my risk management, for example, which isn't going to be very good at the moment because I've only got $25 in one exchange and it's a stable coin, which is a large cap. So you can do all of this and you can actually analyze your entire portfolio using tools such as unspent and other tools, but the API is the link that separates these two. Okay, it's the link that enables the data to flow. It's like an email, basically. Okay, and you're setting up an email exchange between this, and it's a constantly updated way of actually tracking your assets.